The lights inside the Grand Theater glimmer softly as the audience takes their seats. The air is thick with anticipation, excitement, and the nervous whispers of people who know they're about to witness something special. Ireland's Got Talent, the place where dreams are born and legends are made, is about to see something no one has ever imagined. As the camera pans across the glowing stage, you can feel the heartbeat of the crowd, the sparkle of the lights reflecting off the polished piano at center stage. The judges, Simon Cowell, Amanda Holden, and Lewis Walsh, sit in their seats, ready for another performance. Little do they know, what's coming next will break their hearts and make them believe in miracles all over again. Welcome to a story that will touch your soul, make you cry, and remind you of the power of pure talent and innocence. This is the story of a 4-year-old piano prodigy from Manila, who came to Ireland with nothing but a dream, and a melody that would change her life forever. The stage assistant calls out softly, "Next contestant, please." And from the side curtains, a tiny figure appears. A little girl, barely tall enough to reach the microphone, holding her mother's hand. The audience gasps, some smile warmly, others whisper, wondering what a 4-year-old could possibly do on a stage like this. Her name is Althea, she's from Manila, Philippines. Her eyes shine with pure innocence and her little pink dress sways as she takes her first careful steps toward the grand piano. Her mother kisses her forehead, whispers a few words in Tagalog, and steps back into the shadows, her eyes glistening with hope. Simon leans forward, a curious smile forming on his face. "Hello, sweetheart, what's your name?" The little girl adjusts the microphone shyly, her voice as soft as a whisper. "My name is Althea, I am 4 years old." The audience bursts into gentle laughter, applause echoing across the theater. Simon chuckles, 4 years old. Wow, and what are you going to do for us tonight, Althea? "I'm going to play the piano," she says proudly. Her little fingers fidget nervously, but her confidence glows through her voice. Simon raises his eyebrows in disbelief. "The piano? At 4 years old?" She nods. "Yes, I play because my daddy used to play for me before he went to heaven." The audience falls silent. A sudden hush fills the room. Amanda presses her hand to her chest. Lewis looks down, visibly moved. Simon takes a deep breath. "That's very beautiful, Althea. Whenever you're ready, sweetheart." The lights dim. The spotlight focuses on her tiny hands as she climbs onto the piano bench. Her feet barely touch the pedals. She closes her eyes for a moment. You can almost hear her whisper, "For you, Papa." Then, it begins. A single note, soft, trembling, pure. Followed by another, then another. Within seconds, the room is filled with a melody that feels like sunlight breaking through clouds. Her fingers move with grace and precision far beyond her age. The rhythm flows like a heartbeat, fragile yet powerful. The camera zooms in on the judges. Simon's jaw slowly drops. Amanda's eyes are wet. Lewis leans forward, his lips parted in awe. The audience is frozen in absolute silence. Every note she plays tells a story of love, loss, and the unspoken bond between a father and his little girl. The melody swells, rises, and then falls like waves on the shore. Halfway through, a tear rolls down her cheek, but she keeps playing. Her hands never falter. Her emotion becomes the music itself. In the audience, a woman sobs quietly. Another wipes her eyes. Even the camera crew looks moved, one of them whispering, "She's just 4." As the final chord fades into silence, the entire theater rises to its feet. The applause begins, softly, then grows louder and louder until it becomes a thunderous roar. Simon Cowell stands. Amanda Holden stands. Lewis Walsh stands. Everyone is clapping, crying, shouting her name. "Althea, Althea, Althea." The little girl looks up, her big brown eyes full of wonder. She covers her mouth with both hands, overwhelmed. Simon walks up to the stage, breaking all protocol. He kneels beside her and says, "Althea, I've been on this show for many years, and I've seen hundreds of performances. But I have never, ever, seen anything like that. You are a little angel. You just made the whole world believe in magic again." Tears fall freely from Amanda's eyes. "You reminded us all of what real music feels like. It's not about fame, it's not about perfection, it's about heart. And you, sweetheart, have the biggest heart I've ever seen." Lewis smiles warmly. "You have a gift from heaven, little one." I think your father is very proud right now. The audience erupts again. And then, Simon slowly reaches forward, looks at his fellow judges, and presses the golden buzzer. Golden confetti rains from the ceiling. The crowd screams. The little girl gasps as she looks up, spinning under the golden shower of light. Her mother rushes to the stage, hugging her tightly as tears flow down both their faces. Simon turns to the audience, his eyes glassy. That is why we do this show. The video of Althea's performance spreads across the internet like wildfire. Within hours, it's trending worldwide. Millions watch the little girl from Manila who made the world cry. Comments flood in, people from every corner of the globe sharing how her music touched their hearts. I'm crying. This child's soul speaks through the piano. She plays like she's lived 100 lives. Her father must be smiling from heaven. In Manila, her old neighborhood gathers around tiny phone screens, watching her performance over and over. Her old piano teacher cries as he says, she always said she was playing for her dad. A few days later, major news outlets pick up her story. Headlines read, 4-year-old Prodigy from the Philippines melts hearts on Ireland's Got Talent. Simon Cowell in tears after emotional piano performance. Golden buzzer moment goes viral worldwide. Backstage, Althea holds her small golden trophy, her little hands trembling as she whispers, "Mama, I did it for Daddy." Her mother kneels, hugging her tightly. He knows, baby, he knows. The judges visit her after the show. Simon gives her a small white teddy bear with a golden ribbon. "This is for you, little star," he says softly. "Keep shining." As weeks pass, Althea's life changes forever. She's invited to play on talk shows, featured in magazines, and even offered a scholarship at a music academy. But through it all, she stays the same humble little girl who plays not for fame, but for love. Months later, she performs again in the grand finale. This time, she plays an original composition, a song she wrote herself. She calls it, Heaven's Lullaby. When she plays the first notes, everyone knows. It's the same heart, the same soul, the same unexplainable connection to something divine. Her hands glide across the keys as if the piano itself breathes through her. The lights dim to gold, and behind her, a screen shows a picture of her father holding her as a baby. The entire audience stands again, many sobbing openly. Even Simon can't hold back tears this time. As she finishes the song, she whispers into the microphone, "For all the daddies in heaven." The applause never stops. The confetti falls once more, and the world watches in awe as a 4-year-old from Manila teaches millions of people what love, loss, and talent truly mean. Back home, her mother takes her to their small house in Manila. For a short visit, Althea walks to the corner of the room where her father's old piano still stands. She runs her fingers over the keys, smiling. "I played your song, Papa." A soft breeze flows through the open window. The curtains dance. Somewhere in that gentle silence, it feels like a whisper answers back. Months later, she returns to Ireland to perform again, this time as a special guest. The hosts introduce her with pride. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the youngest golden buzzer in the history of Ireland's Got Talent, the little angel from Manila, Althea." She walks out confidently this time, a little taller, her dress shining under the stage lights. She smiles at the judges, waves at Simon, and says, "This one is for everyone who believes in their dreams." As she starts to play, you realize something incredible. Her music isn't just notes. It's emotion. It's storytelling. It's life. Her final note lingers in the air like a heartbeat that refuses to fade. Simon stands once again, clapping slowly. "You, Althea, are the definition of a miracle." The crowd chants her name. The cameras flash, and in that moment, a 4-year-old from the Philippines becomes a symbol of hope for the entire world. When the show ends, and the lights fade out, you can still hear her melody echoing in your mind. The same melody that brought a nation to tears and reminded us all that talent has no age, no language, no limit. This was not just a performance. This was love turned into sound. So the next time you see a little child sitting at a piano, remember this story. Because behind those tiny hands might be another soul that can touch millions. And somewhere, up above, a proud father smiles as his daughter's music fills the world. Because even when words fail, music speaks. And that little girl from Manila, spoke louder than anyone ever could.